crafters, this is Suzanne from A Creative Muse, and I'm here today with a tutorial and a product spotlight on the awesome Elizabeth Craft Designs planner die set featuring, so this is a bonus, that's the excitement, the Macrame Die, alrighty? But before I go into that, oh my goodness guys, did you watch any of those videos yesterday? I have like about 3 more of them to watch on the Tim Holtz prize ribbon. The new Tim Holtz Distress ink color. So much inspiration out there. So much so that last night, late at night, I'm gonna follow something I saw from Nicole's Floor with the butterfly. I already heat embossed using the PinkFresh Studio butterfly stamp and stencil. There is a hot foil plate. Okay, I'll list it below so you can go take a look if you don't know what I'm talking about. But she did a great job. So expect to see that from me coming soon. I'll do a tutorial on what she did, or you can watch her video too. But she did her video with like maybe about 6 other cards or 5 other cards with it. So it's like, 2 seconds on it. I'll do a more, we'll go through it slowly so you can make it with me. Also, you know what I forgot to mention yesterday in the collective haul video? That if you did go to scrapbook.com, don't forget, if you haven't gotten it yet and you're still interested in it, Stampendable is still there. Thank goodness. So Stampendable is still in stock. So is the Magic Mat. I was, while linking, I saw that. And I was like, oh yeah. I forgot to let you guys know that those things are still there, still in stock. And I know one of the free gifts, the holiday 6x6, that was sold out. So I guess a lot of people did place orders yesterday for the Tim Holtz prize ribbon. Alrighty, let's get started in this tutorial using the Elizabeth Craft Macrame Die. Alrighty, let's get started. So this is one of those dies that is a delicate cut, meaning if you have a Gemini, you could probably run this once or twice through the Gemini and it's fine. Here, I did use, because that's the machine I use all the time, to be honest with you, is my Big Shot. And I had to run it 3 times with the Big Shot. Not with a metal shim, but just 3 times back and forth. Once you put an adhesive sheet, and this is one of those dies that calls for an adhesive sheet. Because to glue this, no. I mean, you could still dab it up if you wanted to, just touch spots using barely art glue. But I use my Sizzix adhesive sheet. I will list this below, but the best time to get this is when Hobby Lobby is having Sizzix on sale. And that's it. The pattern seems to be every other week. Get it at 40% off in store. Or order it online, but then, if you pay shipping for it, then you might as well just buy it, because Hobby Lobby shipping is crazy. And they add a surcharge to it too. No. Like a processing fee or something. In this case, I used Michael's 65-pound white cardstock. That was on my first example. And then this one, I used Basil. That's why I had to run this one 3 times. The Basil is just a little bit thicker. So for my first example, I just wanted to play with it. I made this slimline card. Yes, there is the macrame, but it is covered up by this cute sticker, clearance sticker. So you don't have to go and buy expensive Prima flowers. But Prima flowers are pretty, no lie. But in this case, I did use just a nice layering sticker from Hobby Lobby. And for the example that we're going to make, I'm using a Michael's set of flowers. How I did this, it's an 110-pound base. This is pink from Michael's. And also my favorite slimline. You guys have not seen the Honeybee Stamps blanket slimline in a long time. I haven't seen it either. So that is using this die, the blanket slimline, all-time favorite slimline die. And on top of it, layered up, I did use some foam. I did run out some of this scrapbook.com foam in strips and put it there. That's that 1/4-inch foam. This now is the inside of this one, the Sunny Studios Slimline Scalloped Frame die set. So I use this inner piece here. So it's actually 2 different die companies working together, which I like. why not get a little bit more option? I had this out because I had shown you that I'd used this. That's the full set here. These two pieces with this card that I made for Trinity Stamps. So I had this die close by. I took this out and I did a kind of a layering thing, you see? I also, and that's another tutorial coming, using these same two sets to make a Slimline shaker birthday card. But that's another video. Also, this is the PinkFresh Studio Jewel Gems. You see it? That's the, I believe that's ballet slipper. Yes, this one, ballet slipper. Pretty, 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 pretty. Just to help anchor it. And I also took out some gold thread. And you can buy gold thread anywhere. You can buy this at like Walmart, Joann's, Hobby Lobby, etc. The hello, that is also from this set. The Sunny Studio right there, hello. In the next example, I'll be using thank you. So I'm using the hello here and thank you for the next one, okay? Alrighty, so that's that card. Cute, along with, I'm loving these, these gems here. Ooh, exciting, so pretty, pretty, pretty. First off, run your die, your macrame die through the die cut machine, preferably with an adhesive sheet. And I had pre-cut some pieces. So I made a card base. This is 8 3/4 inch long by 7 1/2 inch wide, scored down the middle at 3 3/4 inch. So this is going to be a 3 3/4 inch slimline by 8 3/4 inch tall. So this is going to be a little bit longer than the standard 8 1/2 by 3 1/2 inch slimline, just by 1/4 inch on each side. And I'll tell you why in a second. So this is on a 110-pound white cardstock. You can get this Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's. I've never gotten it at Joann's. I don't see it in my store, but a viewer did tell me that the Park Lane does carry 110-pound, unless I'm missing it on a shelf or something. So I had pre-cut, so that's the card base. That's the macrame, using awesome die. Next, I had cut, so these are the options that I'm working with. So I wanted to just show you options, okay? I did my blanket slimline, which is, all three of these are 8 1/2 inch long, 3 1/2 inch wide. So two different companies, same standard size. So that's like here, full 8 1/2 by 3 1/2 inch card base. I had cut this out, basil white. Here's a little sidebar for the blanket slimline. Run it through your die cut machine twice, forward and back. No more than that, but at least run it forward and back just to make sure that you get all these little bits. This is an intricate die because of the edging, okay? But this one now, yeah, you can run this one twice too. If you run it once, it will go through, but some of those dots may stay in there. If you want the die cut to come out clean, run it forward and back, no matter which machine you're using, to ensure that all of these pop out. Even if you're using your Platinum 6, forward and back, okay? That's a tip that I got from Stephanie Bernard from the Stamps of Life. She has a lot of dies that have the dots, and she uses a Platinum 6, forward and back, just to make sure all the bits come out, so you don't have to be sitting there poking like crazy. So here's my card base. Why am I using a bigger size? Because if I'm going to use the blanket slimline, like so, you don't want it to be here at the edge of 8 1/2 by 3 1/2 inch. Because when you have these little bits here hanging off, it's easier to fray them. When it's here, even if you raise it up or stick it on, you won't get the opportunity to really flip these back because these are very delicate. That's why I increased the size all around if I'm going to use a blanket slimline. If I decide to use this one, that's with a little bit of a border. Here, I did not use a border. So if you want to go without the border, keep it to the 8 1/2 by 3 1/2 inch. You'll have just a little bit, but it won't have so much space. Options, I'm showing you options. Also here, that's that peachy color, okay? So when I was making it, I was going back and forth. Should I do blanket? Should I not? Da, 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 da. And then I took the second piece. That's this inner die piece here from the Sunny Studio. Cut it out in white, same basil. And then I have some watercolor, metallic watercolor ink that I splattered with a paintbrush. Isn't that cute? just to add a little bit of texture. That's this set from Trinity Stamps. I had bought this a while back and I forgot to show you guys. This is called, I think it's called the Summer Sample. That's the color I used. You just take a paintbrush, a wet, just, you know, keep a little cup and wet it. You wet this up, take the paintbrush, get a little splatter box and on your finger with the paintbrush, and that's how I got all this splatter. Just to vary it from this one. So I did it like so. Or I'm still trying to feel the macrame and everything. That's why I was going options. I like this, but I wanted to just try something different and see how I feel. Or you can go monochromatic, you know, this style. White, white, and white. These are the examples I normally see, like that. So on camera, it may not show anything special, but in person, you see all the different layers and it's really pretty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna vary it. So I'm gonna cut this down then, all right? 8.5. And this is 110-pound cardstock, so that's why I ran it back and forth by 3.5. So here I already have it, you know, at 3 3/4. I'll just bring it down by 1/4 of an inch. 3.5. Just to get a clean cut. 3.5, like so. There we go. So here is my card base. Let me look. Let's put some adhesive on this. I think I'm going to use my scrapbook.com 1/4 inch tape, seeing that I restocked. I was saving I was going through so many rolls and I was like, oh no, let me start using that cherry tape to put the base on. Let me go with a little bit thicker. Now, as you can see, I'm going on the inside of the dots, okay? If you want to secure it down, you can add wet glue drops. You don't have to, but you can. You know, if you're gonna mail it, I would secure it down even more so the edges don't, you know, there's nothing on the edges so they don't lift. Could you run this with your adhesive sheet? Of course. And how you could do it, instead of putting one whole section right here, you could cut strips and go a strip, a strip, a strip, a strip, and then maybe a few in here just to, you know, save on it. It does add up over time, even though it's, you know, the best way, like I said, buy it discounted at Hobby Lobby, but you still want to stretch it because adhesive does add up. That's why I'm always trying to give you guys a deal on adhesive. It adds up, and it adds up very quickly. Even the refill for an ATG gun, even a tape runner adds up over time. You're making a bunch of scrapbook layouts or you're making a bunch of cards, you'll notice, oh gosh, let me get another one. Let me get another one. And if you're making like a bunch of cards, you'll go through them so fast. But I'm known to mix my adhesives. So here I'm going to show you what I mean by putting a little dot, okay? Because with this glue, I can do dots. So we're gonna go, come on, dot, 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 dot. Alrighty, so applying my little dots. Now I'm going to stick it on my card base. I'm going to turn. That's the opening. It doesn't matter anyway with this part. But I just wanted to show you that. Am I straight? It's hanging off a little bit here. That's what I get for not standing up. But I'm okay with it. Just has a little trim here. But at least it's straight. Oh, goodness. First it was my shaker wasn't shaking. Now oh, whatever. Alrighty, so there is the card base. Now we're going to put on this other piece. You can put it on flat like so. I'm going to add a little bit of dimension. Alrighty, so I'm going to take this out. Now, I like to keep it in this packaging. Remember when I showed you guys the Scotch 3M, the big foam roll, and how it was dry, you know, when you just leave it outside of the packaging? This is a big roll. So I'm going to keep it in the packaging just to keep everything nice and, you know, fresh, keep my adhesive moist. And I saw something the other day. Somebody did a video and she said, you know, she has some old washi and the washi lost its stick. You can put your washi in a Ziploc bag. Why not? Now, I would normally reserve this for a shaker, but I'm going to use it here. It's paining me, but I'm using it here. Prize ribbon. Such a pretty color. People are excited by it. Isn't it funny how we can get excited by a product like that? Even folks who received it early and got to play with it, they're genuinely happy by it. The last one, Salvage Patina. Super pretty. Now we got this one. Oh, Salvage Patina. Remember? This color. That's my Fire Stick cover. They were excited by that, but they seem like crazy excited about this blue. Alrighty, remove the adhesive. I think I want more splatter on the bottom. Let me stand up this time. Yeah, sitting down and putting this on, that was not smart a while ago. So in crafting, you know, you gotta figure what feels good for you. I'm using my little 2-finger, like so. If you watch my mini album tutorial, I talk about that all the time. So I can come down without sticking it on. This gives me a little, this is me making my own wiggle room for adhering something on. Now it's stuck on. Cute, huh? Feels nice and firm too. Yeah. Scrapbook.com essentials. Okay, now we're gonna take the macrame. Ooh, love the macrame. Peel off the adhesive. Do I have adhesive here? I know it's here. I just gotta see, because I ran it through the machine. The more you run it through the machine is the more this wants, you know, the pressure builds in it. There we go. There we go. Exciting. Look at that. Exciting. See how the adhesive sheet works? Much better than a Xyron. If this was a Xyron, you'd have so much webs of adhesive. Right now, this is a clean cut, ready to stick on. Love my Sizzix adhesive sheets. I know some crafters are like, oh, it's expensive. You know, save it. You know, use it for when it is really needed. I use it on my word dies. I use it on something intricate like this because I don't want the hassle of gluing, dabbing glue, and no. I can't. I'm gonna put the sentiment up here. So let's center it. There. I was thinking mini slimline, but I didn't. I did think about it for a second because this does measure 6 1/4 by almost 3. What I would do for a mini slimline, I'd probably cut off these 2 ends, maybe trim some of here, and then to get it to be in that 6 by 3 inch card base. Cute, look at that. See? And no sticky at all. Zero. Nothing. Tell you. Adhesive sheets. Crafter's best friend. Alrighty, next up, I had cut some leaves, and I also used, I always want to say campfire, but this is not campfire. This is, oh, I can't remember the name now. It's the new green, the latest green color from Distress Ink. This is basil green cardstock. So here's the texture. I cut it on the other side to make it look smooth. Then I ink the edges with that green just to give the die cut a little bit of depth, okay? And this die is from this set. So it's like a tropical die. Elizabeth Craft Florals 3. So here she's showing you in this how you can make florals. Yeah, I bought it based on making florals. Have I made one yet? No, but that's the die set to do it. But I did use the leaf now. Right. I'm going to pop on some of these leaves. This case I could have done, you know, the adhesive sheet, but I decided to go glue, and I may pop some up too. That's why I didn't want to, you know, dedicate it. And the leaves come facing 2 ways. That's nice, because sometimes the direction, see, is only one. That's another reason why I pulled that set out, is because it's layering 2 ways. I can make it look like different leaves instead of looking like I'm always repeating with the same leaf. I used some distressed collage medium. Cut out a little square of 110-pound cardstock, just so in case I want to pop this up. When I put a 3D foam dot on this, it'll stick to this. It won't stick to the fabric. So collage medium works. See? Tell you, it's like using a hot glue gun, but in a wet application. When you do put it on anything, put it on, use it. I used it also to dab for the gems to stick. See, not moving. But when you do use it, put it aside. Just like stickles, just like glossy accents. It needs time to dry. Not much, but just put it on, push the card aside, leave it alone. Don't go fussing with it. It will move, is what I'm really trying to say. Let's go there. I think I should pop that up. Here's my Dollar Tree foam. You guys know how I love my Dollar Tree foam. These are my little trusty Tim Hole scissors. Is that showing through? Okay, no, good. I always check to see that the foam isn't showing through. And if it was showing through, I'll take a scissor like this, one of these heavy duty ones, and I'll just clip that corner. Let me show you what I'm talking. I'll clip it like so, and then pull it off. See how it's, you know, so I don't have to pull the whole thing off. Hopefully I'm making sense. I just clip that corner. Let me do it again so I can show you up close. So if it's hanging over on a piece, take the tip, hold it on here, and just there. See how it kind of shapes it? It'll just take off that little edge. I don't know if other people do that, but that's just something I just do. I guess it's a hack. It's just one of my little things, because I can't stand seeing the foam peeping through. That just drives me, not cute. If you want to secure this down further, sometimes, depending on who you're giving it to, just dot, dot, dot. That give you a nice hold. If you want to secure it even more, you can use a collage medium, but you know, it doesn't really need that. So I'm going to stop about here. I'm going to start popping on these flowers. So now for the flowers, let me cut off a few squares of this thing. Look like it's a piece of 110 pound with an adhesive sheet on the back. I can see it. There. Pop it on that. Oh, that's funny. Let me layer it out a little bit just to get a feel for how I'm going. After putting out some of the florals, I just realized I need one more leaf. This is more of a tropical card compared to the other card. And it's gonna go like so. So I'm going to stick this one down. You can tuck in more things in it. Now notice, I'm going for the collage medium. Yes, this is a flower. If you wanna really get this flower down, oops, not that much. That's way too much collage medium. Okay, I got too aggressive with the bottle. If you wanted to stick some of these petals down, right? You can take the collage medium and go like so. It'll hold all of it. I'm just using it to spread. I don't want to put my finger on it. And then tuck a little bit like so. There. Okay, this one here I'm going to raise up. Take one of my 3D foam. So now here I'm sticking on fabric, right? This is a little sidebar. This is a time that is perfect for the collage medium. Stick it down, leave it alone. There we go, and tuck. That's all, that's it. Nothing else, no more drama, just leave it alone. And it has wiggle, see? I can move it and move it back, so it's not gonna, it'll take time to cure. Alrighty, so that's my little collaging. I think that's good. So in here I can still see the macrame, which is nice. After I had adhere my flowers and my leaves in some sort of pattern, I'm going to use, this one is Ocean Breeze. That's the first one that I bought of the PinkFresh Studio Gems refill. This one is the, I should have just gotten the box at this point. This one is the sky blue or the pink ballet slipper. I'm thinking, okay, see how there is still a little wiggle? Just put it back in place. I am thinking, let's go with the first. Put out a little bit. I love them because they also come in different sizes too. Big and small. Alrighty, crafters, I can't find my wax pickup tool from AliExpress. I don't know where I put it. I thought I had it here. I'm going to use, this is a pickup tool from a new company, Marker Forte. I got it because it's pretty, but it's a little bit heavy. It has a pokey tool on one end and a wax pickup tool. Just a little bit, you know, weighty in my hand. I like it a little bit lighter. Pop out some of these. Let's see. I want to do different sizes. It's good to lay it out first so you can get a feel for where you want stuff to land. Alrighty, so I'm back. I did a little bit of a layout using this Marker Forte. Super pretty though, but heavy. Heavy. If the weight doesn't bother you, then you can get this at her store. I will link it below. Hopefully she has it in stock. She's a new seller, so some of the things sold out, but it is pretty. Cheaper than buying that, there's one that a lot of folks use, the Katana one. That's like $30. Just, come on, for a pickup tool? If I was a nail artist, like a professional nail artist, I could say, okay, I want to, you know, a pickup tool that's that expensive, but no. So now you see I use a collage medium. I'm going to leave that alone. Then I'm going to come up here. It's just a dot. Dot. Okay, this I'm going to move over just a hair. Dot. Dot. And it dries clear too. And the listing that I have, that I show you guys, is a bigger bottle than this. And this is the 1 ounce bottle. This will last you for years. I mean, you'd have to be like making flowers every single day to really go through that thing. Making a bunch of flower cards all the time or layering flowers. Alrighty, so now I have my thank you. I layered it up a few times. This is on 3 layers of 110-pound cardstock. So I'm going to put a little bit of wet glue. So I'm not going to put any pop dots. Don't need to. That's a cute little pickup tool though, very pretty. Marker Forte pickup tool. Saw it and I was like, ooh, that's pretty, but I didn't think it was going to be heavy. This is using Martha Stewart foil. I wasn't using the tonic. It's the color I was looking for. I was trying to go with this type of, it's gold but not gold, and the Martha Stewart shiny foil fit the bill. Foil cardstock. You guys know I love my foil cardstock. I'm going to tuck it in here, or maybe I'll put it on top of that. There I go. U-Y. There. There. Could I have used a distress collage? Yes, but here with this glue, this is a finer application. I never thought about putting a fine tip on the collage. I just use it for in a different way. There we go. Thank you card. Here is using that awesome macrame die. So it stays in the background, but it gives texture. And on this one, I use a sticker. On this one, I use actual, you know, pretty flowers. You can get flowers anywhere or make them yourself too. And then I love the word dies here that come in this set. Congrats, greetings, hello, thank you. It does have a nice little curve. This is with matte gold foil cardstock. This is more like a copper shiny foil cardstock. I don't think it's gold, but it is pretty. And then I use that splatter. So here it is without a splatter. Here it is. I did this one. I think the macrame goes well with the blanket slimline for a cozy feel. That's what I was doing. Like if you wanted to send a card if somebody is sick, I would go blanket slimline, that macrame, and then get well soon. That would be pretty. Okay, crafters, I hope you enjoyed my tutorial using the awesome Macrame die. This is a great, I don't want to say background, but it does work background. Really, really nice, all right? Alrighty, crafters, so until the next video, stay crafty, my friends. Bye.